Hi, Shilata. So we
Hey, hi.
are going to start this new series on MS Magical, platform. We talk so much on the phone. There is so much knowledge gets exchanged, and we learn so much from each other, right? So the idea is to share our gifts to the world. Whoever wants to make use of this for their own journey. So we are recording these series, right? Do you have to say something about it?
Yeah, so we come across a lot of things while we are conducting workshops or while we are discussing certain things. And I think it would be nice that we are able to extend those discussions through these recordings. We never know who will benefit out of these recordings, right? Maybe
Yeah.
someone might actually might need this, and it might open up something for them by
Mm-hmm.
listening to this
Yeah.
discussions or
Right.
conversations that we have. We never know, right? Yeah.
Right. Right. So recently, I know we have been doing this program for last 3 years now, the Circle of Life. It has taken a different shape over the years. This year, we are working on each individual area within the circle. And this month of April, it's all about relationships.
Yeah.
So we are here to talk about relationships, and it's a very cheesy topic. That's what I think. Relationships in today's world, especially, we hear about lot about relationships. And here is my take, Shlata, and you can add or tag along on this one. So relationship is one big area, the broad area where we have various kind of relationships in our lives. So in my case, I'm a mother. I have a relationship with my son. I'm wife. Relationship with my husband, and as a daughter, has a relationship with my parents, right? Sibling, the office, all different kind of relationships. Suppose I had to write on a piece of paper, okay, all the relationships that I have, and what are those relationships that really give me power to move forward? Or some relationships are like, you're tying a stone and they're kind of, sink you down, right? So it's very important, I think, to evaluate all this so that we know what's going on in our lives.
Yeah, yeah. The same thing, we can also put it in a circle where we can see who are, maybe we can have three circles. One is like, first circle is immediately who are you comfortable with. Second layer of, people that you would be okay, and
Mm,
third layer, maybe you can actually not have them probably who are draining you, so maybe you can have that comfort circles, three
yes.
circles, and put those names with,
Hmm.
depending on the relationship that, like how you just mentioned, who are empowering you, immediate circle, who
Yeah.
are, uh, you know, um, are okay, not so, I mean, neutral, okay, and the
Mm,
third circle is to, draining energies, they are not empowering you. So
yes.
maybe have those circles ready, or have an idea who fall
Yes.
in comfort zone. So that also helps probably
Hmm.
to understand uh, who you need to keep close to you and who you need to, uh, you know, draw a line with.
Yeah.
However, another thing that I also want to share, and I personally believe, is uh, the power of listening. In a relationship,
Mm,
is
mm,
very important. That listening helps. Sometimes in any relationship, for that matter, uh, when a person is overwhelmed or needs a support or they have something to speak, I think the best thing is to listen, okay, and acknowledge what they are sharing
yes.
instead of, engaging with them in a, it doesn't have to be an argument also. Even to, to contradict their idea or contradict to what they are saying,
Mm-hmm.
that probably will not feel the other person heard. So I
Yeah.
personally feel in a relationship, hearing to be heard, to be acknowledged is a very powerful thing, and that I feel can be achieved by listening.
Yeah.
So listening is a
Mm-hmm.
very powerful tool in a relationship, I personally feel. And like every month when we conduct this workshop with our participants, one participant very beautifully mentioned, I really loved it. Why do two people argue? Or in an
Mm-hmm.
argument, why do two people are screaming or louder or their
Mm-hmm.
decibel high? So because they are not heard,
Yes.
because let's say I am I am screaming. We are in an argument and we are screaming. I am felt not heard because are we are not heard from the heart. That's what she mentioned. When you are heard from the heart, you will acknowledge the other person
Yes.
and you will acknowledge what they are sharing.
Mm-hmm.
That felt very powerful. So
Mm.
instead of getting with an argument with your whoever, that would be your spouse, your family or your boss, you don't have to get into an argument. Listening is a very powerful tool. So
Yes.
if you have anything to add, Meenakshi, to what I just said.
Yeah, so the many thoughts cross, right? Just this is how we can end up speaking, every single time. So what I heard, Shlata, is this. Okay. So here is a hearing is happening. One, we started with identifying, right? We
Yeah,
started
yeah,
with identifying what kind of relationship we have and empowered one or not empowered one. And you also said circle, right? We can do that. But we started with giving the solution, right? In case, right, there are draining relationship, the immediate one, they are very close to you, like your son is going through or daughter is going through the adolescent age. Okay, and now you are in your menopausal age. That was the case with me. Okay, now it's not like you can withdraw from each other, right? You are in the same house, same place, but it is a draining energy. So we are now giving, you are saying, now you started saying how we can improve this relationship, right?
yeah, yeah.
So one, you said that, okay, listening skills are very important to be heard. Suppose you are speaking or your spouse or son or anybody who is very close relationship in your close circle, it is very important for the other party to hear you or you hear other party, right? So that's what
Mm,
we are saying. And you
mm,
also said something like, people scream because the hearts are not close, but there's a lot of distance, right?
mm.
So now why we are giving, like, different solution, right? To what listening is one. I also remember from one of the participant, and I think so also, even to come to the stage of listening, right? We want to be clearing a lot of clutter from our own brain.
Yes, yes,
Without clearing the clutter, whatever other person is saying, we go into our own stories.
yeah,
Suppose somebody said, "Oh, my childhood." This is something I come across a lot. Okay, if I said my childhood was very painful, okay, my sibling could go into another story of their own instead of acknowledging, "Oh, your childhood was painful." You know,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it could happen because we have not cleared our own clutter.
Yes, yes,
So that is one. And second thing, recently I have come across is this. Um, so we were, as we were talking between us, right? We value this relationship a lot. Why?
mm,
Because to be very honest, we have nurtured so much. It's not that I'm a very good person, or you are a good person, right? We are like, okay, is it working the same way with other people too? No, right? maybe not, or maybe, right? But there is so much respect in this relationship, and we are so mindful of what we are talking, and we are like kind of okay, this is giving us so much empowerment. We want to really nurture this, right?
mm, mm,
So,
mm.
what if we did the same thing with other relationships too, right? With
Yeah,
the spouse or whoever is very close to us. What if we gave respect and
yeah,
we thought, okay, let me nurture this?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
what are your ideas on this?
So again, going back to listening, I find it very interesting and very powerful. Okay,
Yes.
so why are we usually not heard? Okay, because
Mm,
already
mm,
there's a narration happening in our own head, and
yes.
then we jump to engage with them without even listening to the person
Yes.
because we are already having a narration in our head.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you mentioned very beautifully, clearing is very much required. Sometimes, another thing, okay, people drag us into engaging with them. This is one more interesting stuff, okay.
Yes.
Some people, they want us to engage with them. That's
Yeah.
quite draining, actually, sometimes. Uh,
Mm,
in a relationship, some people engage with us to it doesn't happen consciously, even the other person doesn't know. But after engaging with them, unknowingly, when we are done with engaging with them, we
yes.
recognize that it was so draining.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is when we are engaged, when they are engaging with us, they drop some kind of information that triggers us.
Mm,
Okay. We get excited and we engage with them.
mm,
Okay. It doesn't have to be a uh, exciting engagement. Sometimes it might go in a
yeah.
wrong, could have rubbed on a wrong side.
Yeah.
So what happens eventually after some time, we recognize I shouldn't have engaged with this person, no,
Yes.
knowing this person, and
Mhm.
I shouldn't have done this, no, knowing this person. Only.
Yeah.
So after when you recognize that this person is engaging with you to get entertained for them, it is an entertainment for them, not for us. So I would encourage people when they are getting invitation to get engaged in such kind of things, you know, when you keep quiet when they are trying to engage you,
Yes.
you think so? Don't you want
Mm,
to say anything? So when you know they're inviting and it's going to take a toll on you,
yeah.
it's going to drain you. However, just make a choice very consciously not to talk at all.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what is happening is when you are just saying, yeah,
Mm,
true, yeah, then the other person is not excited. There's no fuel.
fuel. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So eventually couple of times when you do it for a couple of times they'll understand that they are not getting any masala from you,
Yeah.
so then the whole thing drops and they don't come back to you anymore. This is one more thing I found very interesting, which I have
Mm,
practiced, and I found the other person doesn't have any need to engage with me because they're not getting that kind of
there's
fuel
no
from. Now I don't
juice
have
coming from
anything
it.
to yeah, I don't have
Mm,
anything to contribute to what they are
yeah.
looking. So now I don't have to say I'm not interested in engaging with you.
Yes.
It is coming from the other side. So I'm not on a bad side. So it's happening very harmoniously again.
Yeah. You are
So
satisfied by end of the discussion that, oh,
yes.
I did not get carried away by their
Yeah. And
their
I can go back and pat
yeah,
myself.
then it will not drain you.
Wow, I did a
Mm,
great job by not engaging.
yeah. Yes.
So, if you have anything to add for this,
Yeah,
Meenakshi.
I'm going to repeat again and again that so we are sharing our experience, right? So whatever is the phase of your life, and I'm sharing the phase of my life, and these are
Mm,
working for us. So
mm,
what I heard from you, the nuggets being
mm,
heard, right?
mm.
And
Yeah,
pausing to whenever there is a narration that's happening, and somebody is like, you kind of know that okay, somebody is taking you on a ride, right? Pausing, so that you are not contributing to that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And something else I'm forgetting, but you can third point. I keep forgetting that. Now
Yeah,
from
not
my
adding
side,
fuel. Yeah, not adding fuel and
not adding fuel, right? And now I have added something like, suppose these are very close relationships with you. To even come to the space of hearing, you have
mm,
to clear your own story or clutter. Could be victim stories, anything, right? You need to clear that, and then being respectful. Suppose based on the question is asking yourself this question: why am I there in this relationship, right? So if it is very important to you, it's also important we nurture respect,
yeah.
this one. And lastly, I want to add just one more thing, Shanita. Okay, this is something I hear a lot, and I used to be in that space, not so much these days. Okay. Especially between, I know it could be a controversial topic, but I still want to add it here. Between husband, spouse, especially the wife, the narration goes like, okay, because it is me, I'm able to stay with this person. You know, these days, I'm able to see that, okay, this is how I am feeling, right? There's always a other side of the story. It's very important. I feel that we have to understand, okay, it's only happening to me. I'm the only person here, I'm the only victim here, right? When what happens is I'm bearing so much. I could be the very nice person, and how could the other person be so evil on me? Okay,
Mm,
this is so common thing I have heard from people. But then, as I'm able to break within myself the barrier, what if there is another narration of the story with another person, because another human being, leave alone the spouse. So this is something, when you get curious, oh, what if there is another version? What if the other person is also feeling the same with me? you know so that will really break little bit and give some room for respect, and then we can nurture this relationship. And that's
mm,
all I have to say for now, Priyanka.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, please go on. You were saying something.
Yeah. So another thing is it's very important to become aware of
Mm.
why do you have the need to engage, or why do you have a
Mm.
need to speak instead of listening.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
other parties sharing something instead of acknowledging, why do
Yes.
you have a need to speak while they're
Mm.
when
Hmm.
while they want you to listen?
Yeah.
Most likely, what happens is the person who is supposed to listen, they're not listening because they have the need to speak. So
Yeah.
when two people are speaking, who is hearing them? Who is listening? Hearing is different from listening. Okay, now who is listening?
Yes.
Nobody is listening in the whole
Yeah.
thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so now if this understanding comes, okay, now I understand if this relationship is important, if I can contribute to this by
Yeah.
listening. Now,
Hmm.
what do you have to do is start clearing your stuff. When because you have a need to when you understand, I also speak when the other person is speaking instead of listening, and it is happening because I haven't cleared a certain stuff. The best way is to do the journaling. So when
Yes.
they do the journaling, they
Hmm.
are actually shedding off a lot of narration that they have been
Mm.
having. So
Mm.
now they'll uh, have evolved from the need to be heard by somebody. Now they can become a person who can hear, who can listen.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm.
So by they clearing their stuff, the person who wants to nurture this relationship, if they are able to clear the stuff, when the other party is talking to them, they don't have the need to speak now. So
Yep.
they are absolutely listening,
Mm.
absolutely acknowledging.
Yep.
So, what is happening in the process? The nurturing is happening.
Yep. Yes.
And the more the nurturing happens, the more the, the relationship gets better and better. Now, I'm not going to talk absolutely about couples alone. Okay, couples more so is required, not just couples, any relationship, any strained relationship, but it is very important for them.
Yeah,
I would like to
exactly.
mention
Mm-hmm.
a very, very important, this in quotes. Let's say the relationship very important, but not knowing how to nurture. This is one absolutely beautiful tool that we both have been practicing.
Yep.
Okay. And we have seen how the relationships have started getting nurtured, and
Mm-hmm.
we are able to see how they are changing. Anyhow, we have dropped our narrations and we have become a good listener. Now we are able to see the other party also is becoming a
Yeah.
good listener as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we are contributing. It's a win-win situation now.
Win-win situation.
So
Yes.
where did we start here? By me.
Mm. Yeah.
By me doing dropping. Now I don't have the need to be heard because by doing all the journaling, and I have dropped
Journaling
all
is
the
beautiful
stories on the
powerful tool.
yes.
Over a period of time, what I have understood is, even though you are telling your narration to some other person, right?
Yeah,
The I don't think they will get 100%. No person will get the way you want to tell something, and they are getting. But
yeah,
the journal will definitely get it.
yes,
They it will definitely get it. These are beautiful reflection. I'm going to note, or you can also note, Srilata, and we I'm going to write in the description all these questions. Okay,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
beautiful reflection question and the
yeah,
tips for
yes,
our viewers who are going to listen to this.
yep.
Any final
Yes.
note?
Any final note? I think we can ask them if you want to pick up anything from if you have got any takeaway from this video, please put it in the uh, message. And if you have any specific question, if you can mention, we'll be more than happy to see to our capacity if we are able to address those. Um,
Yeah.
so help us to understand how did this help you?
Yep.
Yeah,
So they can also drop a comment if they have any burning
yeah,
question or issue. We want them to talk, right? And I would say last word, keep listening to us.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
here, keep listening to us.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right,
Okay.
Srilata. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Mhm. Mhm.